the fallout to the United Nations condemning illegal Israeli settlements has been nothing short of adorable. So listen to this report from The Hill. Israel is reducing diplomatic working relationships with 12 countries on the United Nations Security Council after the body voted to condemn Israeli settlements in Palestinian territory last week, according to reports. CNN reported Monday that Israel suspended working ties with Britain, France, Russia, China, Japan, Ukraine, Angola, Egypt, Uruguay, Spain, Senegal, and New Zealand. So this is Netanyahu throwing a little bitch fit, throwing a tantrum. Oh, how dare you say I need to follow international law? I get to violate it with impunity, or you're anti-Semitic. For you telling me that I have to follow international law is such anti-Semitism. I mean, how dare you do that? So look at what they're doing here. They're like, oh, well, I'm giving the cold shoulder to everybody here. Are you really? So basically, you're doing self-BDS. That's boycotts, divestments, and sanctions. That's what everybody's been saying. Hey, we should do that against Israel just to get them to do a fucking deal and to stop taking more and more Palestinian land. So you put economic pressure on them in order to, get the desired outcome. It worked in apartheid South Africa. It could work against Israel. They're like, no, that's anti-Semitic. How dare you? No, don't do that. Don't do that. So now the UN's like, oh, well, you should stop violating international law. They condemn them. And Israel throws a fit and they go, yo, yeah? We're going to BDS ourselves. How about that? Okay. What do you want me to say? Go right ahead. Isolate yourself from the world. Let me know how that goes for you. And by the way, that is what happened with apartheid South Africa before, they had to stop having that grotesque system. They were isolated from the world and they were economically put in a position where it's like, okay, no, we gotta change. This is unsustainable what we're doing right now. So if Netanyahu wants to help us to those ends, by all means, be my guest. And also, I love how hilarious it is that he argues, hey, look, if you want to cut off relations with Israel, well, you're an anti-Semite and you're a bad person, and how dare you? But then he, like that, decides I'm gonna sever relationships with everybody else. Well, hold on, doesn't that make you a bad person? By your own logic. How dare you? You're a bigot if you want to shut off relations with Israel. Okay, so why are you not a bigot against people from Senegal? Why are you not a bigot against people from Egypt or Uruguay or Angola? By your own logic, that's what you are. Because you scream anti-Semitism anytime somebody says, hey, maybe we should stop doing economic deals with you because you're violating international law. Oh, no, you're just singling us out because we're Jews. That's what it is. Or they just want you to follow international law. So, God, he's such an idiot. He really is Israel's Dick Cheney. Like, that's what he is. He doesn't care about hypocrisy. It doesn't enter his mind. He can't be self-critical. And he throws a fucking tantrum over a toothless resolution that says, hey, maybe you should stop violating international law. What did you want them to say? What do you want them to do? A resolution? Israel gets to be above the law and they get to do whatever they want. That's what our resolution says. What they really want is just shh. They get to silently take all the Palestinian land and build more and more settlements, and you need to shut the fuck up about it. And then if you speak up against it, they're going to smear you. And they're going to be so outraged that they, at the suggestion that maybe they should follow international law. So you want to go ahead and fucking self-isolate? Be my guest. You're making it easier work for everybody to continue with BDS and be against economic deals with you. I would go further. I would sanction you. I would cut off U.S. aid. I would do everything in my power that applying economic pressure to make you do a deal. Because we've seen it work before. You're incredibly defiant. Obviously, being nice with you and holding hands and singing Kumbaya hasn't worked. Every U.S. president has tried that. And I'm not even sure every president is even for giving the Palestinians a state. But they would pay lip service to it and they'd say, okay, let's be nice and give Israel what they want, and then maybe they'll do it. No, what you do is you just take the aid and you take the support and then you fucking spit in everybody's eye and say, I'm not going to do a deal. Okay, so the nice path didn't work. Now we're going to get tough. How you like them apples?